explanation comes from Big Al. Hey, Big Al. Dear Simon, this saga goes back a few years. Whilst on holiday in Ibiza, there's a little bit of Spanish in here.
Oh, very nice.
I mean, not much, really, to be
Ooh la
honest.
la. Oh, no, wrong one.
Zutalo! There was a group of us, partners and friends, and although it was Ibiza, we were all of a certain age, Father Simon. Put it this way, we would not have qualified for the 1830 set.
Mm-hmm.
On arrival at our hotel, we were allocated rooms on the second floor. And it was decided the ladies would have one of the family rooms and us four men would have the other. Each room had a balcony, though the view was not brilliant. In fact, it looked over a small car-lined street with a laundrette opposite. But it was just the base, which is what you always say when your hotel is rubbish. It's just the base.
Yes,
we're going to be out.
Yeah.
We'll barely be there.
Yes. The story centres around a good friend who, for the sake of this story, we're going to call Clive. Clive had never been abroad before and had packed rather hurriedly, bringing with him a rather limited supply of underwear. We had been there for 5 days and Clive had already taken to washing his pants out and drying them out on the balcony.
Nice.
It's classy.
Yeah.
This late afternoon, we were enjoying a beer on the balcony and Clive had nipped inside to get more beer. While he was gone, I noticed a Spanish lady, a señorita, entering one of the parked cars in the street below. So I grabbed a pair of his pants, a pair I knew he'd become particularly attached to, and to this day I don't know what possessed me, but I dropped them onto the roof of the car. They landed perfectly, Father Simon, forming a flat Y shape, and a combination of the hot roof and the damp pants stuck like glue, gunmetal grey pants on a yellow Mazda.
Lovely.
A sight to behold. Clive returned at that moment, beer in hand, and looked over, wondering what we were laughing at. He noticed. "My pants!" he exclaimed, and dashed back out of the room and out the door, heading for the stairs. We leant over in excited anticipation for his entrance into the street below. What a scene this is going to be. This he did just as the car was driving away. Bearing in mind, Clive was clad only in shorts and flip-flops, with a few days of Spanish sun on him was a lovely shade of scarlet. What a sight it was. The poor Spanish lady spotted this reddish, rotund man with arms whirling around, shouting, "Stoppo! Stoppo!" I mean, what is stop in Spanish?
Alto. That's what you say to stop someone.
Right, so
Alto.
Stoppo is just that ludicrous nonsense.
Ludicrous, obviously,
Okay.
yeah.
Stoppo, he's shouting in her rearview mirror, and the car accelerated away with Clive in hot pursuit, finally disappearing around a corner at the bottom of the road. He pursued her, we understand, through the streets, continuing to shout, "Stoppo, Stoppo," nearly catching her at one junction, but just as he reached for his pants, which were tantalizingly still stuck on the roof, she drove away. She was doing it on purpose. If you have favourite pants, Father Simon, you don't give them up easily. We were in fits when a cry went up, "He's coming back!" And sure enough, there he was, stomping up the street, face as red as the Iberian sun, minus the pants and, bizarrely, one flip-flop.
Oh.
He has always assumed the wind had blown his pants off. Not a line I've ever said before, by the way.
No.
He became the butt of many a joke that holiday and for many years to come. So, Clive, is what we're calling him, it wasn't the wind, it was me, your good friend. Do seek forgiveness from him, but more so from the Spanish señorita, who he had pursued through the streets of Escanar. Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
Escanar in Ibiza.
Yeah.
On her arrival at home, having to explain why she had a pair of grey Y-fronts, grey English Y-fronts, adhered to the roof of her car. Whether English Y-fronts are any different to any other Y-fronts or not, I'm not at all sure. But anyway, many thanks, says Big Al. Do I get any forgiveness for my pants story? Started with a very stern and always unforgiving Sister Jackie Brambles.
Well, on the one hand, you're not forgiven because you should have just chucked all his pants off, because that would have been far funnier than just the one favourite pair of pants. But also, on a much more serious note, you have traumatised the young Spanish lady who thinks that all English tourists run about looking like lobsters chasing her down the street yelling "Stoppo."
Yes.
So, no, not forgiven.
Also, he must have gone away with like 2 pairs of pants.
Yes.
Don't you think?
That's not very good at
Crazy.
all. I mean, it is quite clearly all Clive's fault, this, really. Number one, as you say, doesn't take enough pants with him. Number two, he's wearing grey pants. Don't wear grey pants. That's not a good look at all.
Well, they
And
might
certainly don't drying smalls on the balcony. That's a bad move as well.
My guess is they were white originally.
Oh, the even better thought. Wow. Also, Spain sells pants. Buy yourself some more pants when you're in Ibiza, Clive.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Go in for your calzoncillos in a Spanish supermarket. So for that reason, I'm going to forgive.
Say that again.
Calzoncillos.
That's that what you asked?
Spanish pants.
Okay. I'd like Spanish pants, please.
Spanish pants.
And make them snappy, my good man.